Right, so took the axle casing down to my powder coating specialist here in Arizona, better known as Section 8. Great guys, good service, good prices. This is what I'm left with now, and I've just spoken to the differential people that are going to rebuild this for me, and they're called No Coast. I like it because, you know, it's East Coast, West Coast, and what's that? I can't even think of the name. Anyway, there's a number of them out there, and I guess they kind of put tongue in cheek and said No Coast. We got some shims here. That's probably about a 1 thou, and that's probably about a 25 thou, probably even thicker than that. Come to look at it, I've got a couple of those. They don't need them. And I've got the bolts here. They're all going to be cleaned up, replace all the washers. That's for the what is it, the carriers, I believe. The nuts, they're crap, throw them away. This is the oil shield, oil thrower, whatever you want to call it, the locking tab, and the nut. This flange here will not be used. Apparently the gears and that they're going to put in this flange, they don't do a splined flange anymore. They do a different one to that. Don't ask me what, you'll find out. And that won't be for weeks. This is obviously the pinion shaft. Not going to be used. So I may clean that up and make that a desk ornament, I guess. It's got numbers on it. Don't know if they mean it. Well, they don't mean shit to me because I'm no diff specialist. What is it? 4FA PA 01774913 STL L62XVJF. Yeah, don't matter. Gonna be a paperweight on my desk that I don't really have anymore because I don't work. And obviously these are the main caps and the crown wheel. All of these gears will be replaced, and the bearings, of course. I have the bearings, I don't have the gears, so you know, that's something I will deal with. I will be unbolting all of this, then I'm going to sandblast it, make it all purdy, and once I've made it all purdy, then I will paint it with Gliptol. I think it's called Gliptol. I was going to Gyprol, Gliptol, you know, that stuff, the red paint. And I was discussing this with the differential specialist, and I said, look, you know, it's already been done in it, and I've used it in the past in the shop that I worked in, and racing car people use it. What do you think? And he said, oh, it's great. You should always do it. You know, does it make a difference? Yes, it does. Is it a traumatic difference? Traumatic or even dramatic difference? No, it's not. But you increase the performance of your vehicle. So that's got to be good. Oh, hear that? Oh, isn't that a lovely bearing? But it has no bearing on it. Oh, God, no, the bad jokes. All right, so yeah, all this is going to be replaced. So what will I do? I'll take that off. I'll take that off. I'll take that off. I'll unbolt this. I will probably give them the gears and this pieces in here because I think they need those. I don't know. They certainly don't need the gears, but I'm going to put them in a separate box just in case they say, oh, we need the ring gear for whatever reason. And hell, if they can make use of it, good. So that's it. That's going to be the end of this video. I know it's a very short one. That's what my wife said last night. I said, damn, it's big as I can get. I mean, Christ, girl, more than 7 inches, what do you want? Sorry, I digressed. Yeah, and this is quite badly worn, and oh, that's pretty rough there too. So I must admit, it's going to be expensive to replace this shit, which is I'm going to have to bite the bullet and suck it up and, you know, do things because, well, it's got to be done, hasn't it, really? With all the money I'm spending on this car, what was it my mother and my father used to say? Why spoil the ship for a ha'porth of tar? Yes, you nautical people. If you don't know what that means, look it up. I know what it means. My mummy and daddy knew what it meant. All right, there you go. That's it for today. You know the story. Get out of that garage. Go do some shit. Time to get this ring gear off. This is just to save me having to pay them to do it. It is an 11/16, and with a good old air gun. Okay, all done. Now I will clean these up and send it with the axle. There we go. Look at that. Nice and easy, huh? Now I'm going to assume they don't want to use this, and I'm going to ask for it to be returned so I can make something out of it. Don't ask me what, I haven't got a clue. But there you go, that's that off. Now this, I'd assume, is drifted out. I am not going to take it out because I don't know that's how it comes out. So I'll give this a clean up. I'll paint this with Gliptol. It looks... Oh, I see how it comes out now already, yeah. So you drift the pin out here, and then obviously this comes out. So I will be doing that. I will be taking those gears out. I'm sure these guys know exactly what they're doing, so that won't be an issue for them. Right, after doing that, and I've got to sandblast these down and paint those with Gliptol as well. Yes, Gliptol. And this, of course, that's got to be painted. Yeah. This, well, there's a couple of marks on it. Hopefully that won't make any difference. As I said, someone's been here before, so I might run a piece of wet and dry paper around that to try and remove those little burrs. I can't see it's making that much of a difference, in all honesty. All right, and there. There, to the half shaft, yeah. Actually, I think, yeah, I'm changing my mind. Maybe I'll leave that in there for them to deal with, just in case. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Okay, this is just to prove what an anal twit I am. I am going to paint these shafts with Gliptol. They will have oil running up and down here, and this way it'll fall off quickly and go back to where it should be. That's the theory. And those of you that are sitting out there going, oh, you don't need Gliptol, it doesn't do anything. Well, it does. Good enough for racing cars, good enough for every engine builder that I know that is worth their salt. And look, these parts have it on as well, and that's in the differential. Probably need a couple of coats, but that's okay. And got it on here, so it's easy to deal with. And I've taped off the area where I think I don't really want it, and it doesn't matter too much because it's just the main area I wanted to cover. That is my theory, and you know what comes next. See? This is good. This is the advantage of putting it on axle stands. Just spin it on round. Of course, you might want to fast forward through to the end now. That's your choice. I'm going to continue to paint this. That's my choice. I like these sponge brushes because you just throw the fuckers away. In fact, that reminds me, I must go and get some more sponge brushes. And this is kind of a self-leveling paint, so you don't have to be too careful with it. It's like me, it's self-leveling. Oh, here we go. I dribble out of both sides of my mouth. It's good. And for the next 3 hours, I'm going to leave the camera on so you can watch paint dry. God, wouldn't that be fun? You know you want to. And yes, it doesn't have to look pretty, does it? Because let's face it, who in the hell is going to see this? Yeah, we get some fumes from this stuff. If you haven't fast forwarded already, you really should. I'm not stopping the camera because I want to keep going on this. That will do. Yep. That's the left one. Let's get the next one in, shall we? Okay, just a couple of things I want to show you here. You see, this is the pin that has to come out to get all these gears out, and it's been pinned over. Look at that. So it has to come out from the other side in my book. I'll probably be really crude and get something like a 6-inch nail, trim the end off, and bang it through and separate these. I have decided I'm going to take these out of here. And well, they'll have to deal with them as they should. My only concern is that they get the splines right in there. Got to be the same. In here are the nuts and the bolts that held on the crown wheel, and the washers. No, they're not called washers, are they? What the hell do you call them? The things that stop the bolts from undoing. My brain can't work today. Locking tabs. Doing. There you go. All right. I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm just going to bore you with a little bit of painting, and then we will move on from there with something else. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a video. Has a shitload of stuff going on. Hey, this is going to be kind of a bitzer video. This, as you know, is the crown wheel. I believe that's what you called it. I've bent the tabs back, ready to undo these bolts. But of course, before I can do that, I really need to get rid of this bearing. I do have a special bearing puller. However, it relies on something here. So, I'm going to try using it, and I'll video it just to show you guys. Maybe there is I was going to say maybe there's something I can put in here. And probably there is. No, this is, no, that's wrong. No, Gary, wrong. Sorry. Hey, watch with mother. Watch me make my mistakes. Now one of the spline shafts needs to go in there, doesn't it? Dumb shit. I don't think with the kit I have I can pull this off. However, that doesn't mean I can't get it off, because I can. I am a sneaky little bastard. I may well end up cutting this with a Dremel, and then trying to pull the rest of this off. Well, you're going to have a laugh a minute as I attempt to do it. And you will learn from my mistakes. And I sincerely hope there aren't too many. Getting this very badly worn bearing off. Oh, you can hear it, can't you? That's not a problem. Getting the... it's not the race. I don't know. I mean, the race is the outer part. I don't know what you call the inner part. Bearing flibbity. Yes, that's the bearing flibbity. And if you know the correct technical term, please tell me. I'm sure if my good buddy in California, Gary Van Remortel, is watching, he will say, Gary, you're an idiot. It's a... Or my friend in Germany, Udo. Oh, Gary, it's a Spitzen, Spocken, Ficken, Schnecken. And my friend Dave in Austria, who'll go, Gary, you're such a fucking asshole. It's a piece of shit. Unfortunately, I have friends around the globe who I've never met, but they watch my channel. And those of you that also watch my channel, I'm sure all of you are going, oh, you are such a fucking idiot, Gary. It's a and believe it or not, folks, those of you that are watching, I have a large audience in America. I have an audience in England, an audience in Ireland, an audience in Scotland, probably in Wales. I definitely have an audience in Holland and Germany, Australia. I mean, I'm international. I feel like James Bondage. Hey, guys, wherever you're watching from, please, just send me a comment. Hey, this is blah blah from wherever you're watching from. It's interesting. And maybe other people find it interesting too. At least I hope so. All right, I'm going to attack this now and get this piece of shit off of here. And then undo these bolts once I have got this off. But I will show you me doing it. Why? Yeah, I guess I'm stupid. And I'm happily put my hands up and say, look, this is how you shouldn't do it, but this is how I did it. All right, back in a second. Okay, I did have a lot of video showing me removing the bearing. Unfortunately, it was very hot here at the time, so I was butt naked. And there were things that were on the video that you shouldn't really see. Why? Well, it probably would have made you sick. However, I figured that I'd show you this young lady and explain why the video ended the way it did, and also the fact that there was the video out of sequence. You can see this young lady is, apart from being rather nice, a very true American. She's got the flag in more ways than one, and she's got a gun. Now, all we got to do is send her to the White House and ask her to do what everybody wants done. Yeah, you know what I mean.